So Honor recently unveiled the Honor 9X, the successor to the 8X, and it costs around 14,000 rupees as of now. And viewing the price in mind, I think it is not a good smartphone. And this video is basically me reasoning why you shouldn't buy the Honor 9X. So let me give you a brief overview about the specs of the smartphone. Number one, it comes with 3 cameras. The first one is a 48 megapixel primary shooter with f1.7 aperture, which is a good camera in my opinion. The second one is an 8 megapixel ultra wide camera, which is also a good thing that Honor did in my opinion. And the next thing is a 2 megapixel depth sensor. I don't know if that's necessary, but yeah, it does have the depth sensor. And the next thing is the built-in design. It's made of a polycarbonate material. It's a flashy name for plastic. But yeah, that's about the build of the smartphone. And the next thing is the brain of the smartphone, the processor. It comes with the Kirin 710F. It's a 2-year-old processor, and I'll talk about that in a bit. And when it comes to the front camera, it's got a pop-up one, and that is to support the notchless design display that it has. Speaking of the display, it's got a Full HD Plus LCD display, not AMOLED, but it doesn't have any notches, which is pretty sweet for the price. And none of the other competitors provide this kind of a notchless display for this price. And now, since I've given you a brief overview of the general specs of the smartphone, let me come to the reason why I made this video. Why you shouldn't buy the Honor 9X. Number one is the pretty slow charging that this phone has. It's got a 10-watt charger in 2020. Yeah, right? Why would Honor do that? I don't know. It's a major con in my opinion. The next thing, the second reason why you shouldn't buy this is the slow processor. It's got the same old processor that the Honor 8X has, and in my opinion is good for multitasking and all daily stuff, but it's not good for gaming. And I'm pretty sure a lot of youth out there is concerned about the gaming performance, and it's not going to be that good. The third thing that I didn't like about the smartphone is the slow pop-up camera that it has. It has a pop-up, but it's pretty slow. The fourth thing would be the lack of Gorilla Glass protection. That is something that every smartphone should have, some basic scratch-resistant protection. It doesn't have that. It doesn't even support 4K recording. It's not a big deal, but still not capable of doing that. So yeah, and then the sixth major problem that it has is something to do with the company. And we all know Honor is not that good when it comes to the software side of things. So what I want to say is, if a smartphone has 6 reasons not to buy and 1 reason to buy, it's pretty logical not to buy a smartphone. And as a verdict to this video, here are some of the smartphones that you should buy, keeping the 9X aside, obviously. For this price, you can get the Note 8 Pro, the Samsung M30s, which comes with a Super AMOLED display and a 6000 mAh battery. But still, the Samsung M30s is not that good when it comes to processing power, but still you can buy it. The next thing is the Mi A3, this one. It's also a pretty good smartphone for the price. And last but not least, you have the Vivo U20. It's also a pretty good smartphone for the price, which is under 15,000 rupees. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I hope I'll see you next time. And make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon, and bye-bye.